problem, but I'm still doing power adjustments. So I like to bring it down to like 19 inches of manifold pressure on both engines. Start getting her slowed down because, like I said, I have to be below that white triangle at 152 knots to land. Okay. Here we are coming up on a DAPI. VOR head 2 centered. It's telling us we're at a DAPI, 0.0 miles, 355. So now we're going to our next waypoint. Now I'm going to descend at 500 feet a minute and level out at 2,800 feet. Descend and level off at 2,800 feet. OTIKE is our glide slope intercept, and we have a 3.05 degree glide slope coming into Zelie. Alright, and we are 3.8 miles to Otike, Taiki, whatever. And now we're at 2,800. I'm going to level off here. There we go, leveling off 2,800. And I'm going to bring it back to 17 inches of manifold pressure because it's going to start getting very interesting here very quickly. I forgot to close my cowl flaps. So I'm closing my cowl flaps. Keep the engine warm because it's only 9 degrees Celsius out. Still above zero. We don't have any icing issues, but I have all my pitot heat and all my heat's on except for my prop. I'm not getting any ice in my prop. Alright, 1.9 miles to Otike. Otike. Ground speed's 137 knots. Estimated time to destination is 11. ETE. Estimated time en route. Okay, coming up in Otike. At Otike, here we go. We have our glide slopes coming down. As soon as it starts coming down, gear and flaps. Approach flaps. Gear is down and locked. Approach. And we have now done that, and I hit approach mode on my autopilot. Okay, and the flight director will continue to give us directions on where to keep the airplane. And here we go, we're starting our descent. Now everything's looking good, so we're going to enrich the mixture a little bit. Increase the pitch of the props. We're 120 knots inbound. And we're on the straight-in landing runway 35 LNAV. We're allowed down to 1640, okay? 1640. So 2,600 for 1640. I do believe we should be able to do this based on my weather I put in here. Let's go 1 mile viz. Alright. Don't want to get too fast. We're 1,500. I'm taking the yaw damper off. Landing light goes on. Doesn't call for boost pumps. Don't need boost pumps. $2,200 for 16. 1640 is our decision altitude, minimum descent altitude. 3 mile final, runway 35. And switching over to Unicom. Zelie, Bonanza 42364. We are on a 3 mile final, 2 mile final. 35 full stop. Weather's terrible. 500 feet above the ground. 1,700. See if the airport comes so we can see the airport. Does anybody see the airport runway yet? Okay, I'm busting minimums because I want to land and it's a simulator and I have to go eat dinner. So I have this thing fly that's right down to the runway. That's 1,500 So we're 100 feet below minimums. I still don't see the runway. It's 1,400, 500 feet to go. This is a mountain right off the end of the runway on the west side, which is dangerous, which is why they keep the minimum approach altitude so high, or the minimum descent altitude so high. Okay, there's the runway right there. There's 1,200. Okay. So it's not a great runway. There's no rabbit or anything like that. Okay, autopilot off. Runway's guaranteed made. There's my landing light. Props full forward, mixture full forward, and let's land this thing. Ooh, hello. Bounced. Okay, turn my landing to. That's the landing light on, off. Pretty cool. And that is a RNAV approach into ZELIENOPLE, Kilo, Papa, Juliet, Charlie, and thank you for watching. Parking brake on. Okay. And we will shut her down.